Hello and welcome. I'm Claire Rosso, CEO of ISC Squared, and joining me today is Ed Parsons, ISC Squared's Regional Director for the UK and Europe.
Thanks, Claire. I'm looking forward to discussing the cyber workforce in the UK and how we can overcome present challenges through positive, people-led change.
As the world's largest nonprofit association of cybersecurity professionals, we are dedicated to a safe and secure cyber world. Cybersecurity is at the heart of everything we do. Information and system security and the cybersecurity professionals who protect the same have never been more important or more in demand. As such, globally, we need millions, and in the UK, we need hundreds of thousands of cybersecurity professionals who require training, skills development, and access to continuous education to keep ahead of the security challenges they face. Nearly 2/3 of cybersecurity professionals see the following as the biggest threats to business and society: emerging technologies. Think AI, machine learning, blockchain and crypto, quantum computing, regulation, DPA, online safety bill, and of course, the shortage of people to do cybersecurity jobs.
Now, the shortage or the workforce gap is a term you've probably heard. It helps us to understand the scale of unfilled demand and the challenges that hiring managers face. In the UK, we estimate the active cybersecurity workforce at 340,000. That's the estimated number of workers in dedicated cybersecurity roles, as well as individuals spending at least a quarter of their time on cybersecurity tasks. And while the workforce has grown 13% year on year, demand is still outstripping supply, and the UK's cyber workforce gap has grown to an estimated 57,000. Globally, the active workforce has grown 11% to over 4 million, now at 4.66 million, in fact, while the gap has grown by 26% to 3.43 million. That means we need the active workforce to expand by nearly 74% to satisfy global demand and the perceived need for additional cyber roles.
Simply put, the gap is growing far faster than the workforce and far faster than traditional hiring practices and training regimes can cope with. The current cybersecurity talent pool can't fulfill employer demand. We need more professionals with a wider and deeper set of skills and experiences. Nearly 70% of active cybersecurity professionals feel their organization does not have enough cybersecurity staff to be effective. And this plays out with reports of overworked, under-resourced teams who are facing an ever-growing list of threats and challenges. What's more, shortages of staff, long hours, and overload of tasks increases business risk that may show up as slow discovery and observation of attacks, misconfigured systems, or key defensive measures like patching not being done in a timely manner. And sadly, it can result in disengagement, which results in more people leaving the profession, and we can't afford that.
Now, there's no doubt that many businesses understand the importance of cybersecurity, but the case for investment in people and professional development is not always understood. Ultimately, the skills shortage is preventing organizations from achieving their cyber objectives and raising risk levels. More than half of the professionals we talk to feel the workforce gap directly contributes to a moderate or extreme risk of attacks impacting their organizations. That means the skills gap is not only preventing organizations from achieving their security objectives, but it's also raising risk levels. Bridging the workforce gap and mitigating risks created by understaffing requires a larger, more open and equitable profession. We need to do more.
To shrink the UK's and the global gap, we as a cybersecurity profession need new approaches and a new cultural attitude toward finding, retaining, and advancing the next generation of cybersecurity professionals. And it starts at the entry level. We need to rethink our talent pool. We not only need more people, we need to recruit from a much wider pool of candidates than we've done historically. We also need to ensure we're recruiting at the right experience level for the work to be done. Often, this means shifting paradigms and hiring more entry and junior level staff. It also means hiring for non technical skills and personality attributes and training for the technical skills.
Now, if we started again, what should the workforce look like? Well, a cybersecurity team, like any team within a business, should reflect the society it serves. In practice, this means improving representation across genders, ethnicity, and socioeconomic status. In fact, our workforce is already changing, and hiring managers need to adapt to compete for talent. More than half of the professionals we spoke to believe the workforce will be even more diverse in 2 years' time. And younger professionals we spoke to place more value on diversity, equity, and inclusion than many of their older colleagues. It's therefore critical for security teams and hiring managers to build effective working relationships with HR to support recruitment efforts. Those who don't are more than twice as likely to have significant staff shortages compared with those who have strong relationships with their HR departments.
And diversity is essential, but we can't stop with hiring. It's also about affecting cultural change in the workplace to retain and advance the people you recruit. The entry and junior level team members you hire today are our next generation of business and cybersecurity leaders. At ISC Squared, we support the growth of a diverse workforce. In 2022, we launched a brand new certification, Certified in Cybersecurity. It's aimed at giving entry and junior level professionals, career changers, and anyone looking to enhance their skills a hand up into the profession. What's more, we supported that launch with our commitment to 1 million certified in cybersecurity, a groundbreaking global initiative that is on its way to enabling 1 million people worldwide, including 500,000 from underrepresented groups and 100,000 in the UK, to get access to both study materials and the exam for our Certified in Cybersecurity certification for free. We must break down barriers to make jobs and the long-term careers in cybersecurity more desirable and attainable. That means rethinking job descriptions to be more realistic and focusing more on factoring in a person's actual skills and abilities rather than factoring people out for not having attained technical expertise when we know that is very trainable. Cyber teams need to work in partnership with HR to improve hiring success rates as well as retention rates. Education is a major tool to help achieve this. Our Certified in Cybersecurity and our 1 million Certified in Cybersecurity initiatives together are contributing to eliminating foundational barriers to entry with positive action. In less than 6 months, we have registered more than 150,000 candidates. More than 100,000 of those are working toward our Certified in Cybersecurity certification, and the rest are working toward our other certifications, including the CISP.
So, what will the cyber workforce look like in 10 years' time? If we start implementing changes now, in just a few years, we will begin to see a workforce that is more diverse, more representative, and multidisciplinary. Professionalization of our industry will continue and become more established and defined, with career and qualification pathways marked out for a range of specialisms. That will help current and potential cyber pros to make sense of the options for recognition of their skills and capabilities against professional standards. Crucially, appropriately resourced teams will experience even greater job satisfaction, and we can lower the rate of burnout and disengagement that we face today. And whether it's today, in 3 years' time, or even 10 years away, the bad actors will still be there. Threats will continue to evolve, and the battle to raise our response and our ability to defend will continue. But if we start implementing changes now, in just a few years, we'll begin to see a workforce that is more diverse, more representative, multidisciplinary, and ultimately more effective.